Hello and welcome everyone to the second game of our doubleheader today. This one featuring the men of Husson University playing host to the Thomas College Terriers. We're going to send it down courtside first for the starting lineups on this one.
Welcome to Newman Gymnasium on the campus of Husson University. For tonight's North Atlantic Conference matchup featuring the Terriers of Thomas College and your Husson University Eagles. At this time, let's meet the starting lineup for tonight's contest. First, the visiting Terriers. A senior from Frederick, Virginia, number 0, Matthew Hatnott. A sophomore from Ashford, Virginia, number 2, Rico Incalco. A junior from Indiana, number 3, Corey Winch. A freshman from Ireland, number 24, James Phelan. And a sophomore from Caribou, Maine, number 30, Sawyer Dupre. Thomas is coached by Marquise Mason Pollard, and he's assisted by Michael Akonji and Tony Scapieri. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Husson University Eagles. At guard, a junior from Brooklyn, New York, number 1, Jeremy Morata. At 4, a sophomore from Belgrade, Serbia, number 5, Elo Stewart. At guard, a senior from Bangor, Maine, number 20, Luke Caruso. At center, a sophomore from Orange Park, Florida, number 31, Corey Humble. And at 4, a junior from South Portland, Maine, number 34, Scott Lewis. And so for Husson in his 29th season is Warren Caruso. He's assisted by John Clark, Chris Bryant, Will Taylor, and Justin Thompson.
All right, just about set to get going for the second game of our doubleheader here. I'm Reese Dannenberg alongside Will Kavanaugh, getting ready for this North Atlantic Conference matchup. Husson currently sitting at 9-11 overall, 7-2 in conference play. Will, what do you think is an area that this team could improve upon as the season winds down and the conference tournament approaches?
Like we talked about during the Colby game, three-point shooting, they got to keep looking to make more of those. They get the open looks. The team free throw percentage, 69%, isn't terrible for a team, but definitely can look up on that. And I think the defensive presence by everyone at all times is going to be a big one.
Yeah, shooting numbers have definitely been down. As you mentioned, three-point shooting below 30%. So shooting definitely an aspect that Husson could look to improve upon as Thomas wins the opening tip. A little bit of a scramble there. But that is Lim Cowo dropping a pass down low to Hadnot, who finishes there. And Thomas jumps out to an early 2-0 lead. Here's Moranta with it up top, starting for the injured Justice Kendall. Humbles with it down low. He makes a move, can't finish with the left hand. Rebound comes down to Phelan, but Jeremy Moranta's right there to steal the pass away and lay it in.
That is what he does. Jeremy Moranta leading the team in steals on the year.
Yeah, over, I believe, just about 2 steals per game. So getting it done on the defensive end.
Very impressive.
Here's Winch for a 3. That one's no good. Comes up short. Moranta with a rebound.
Hamden Academy.
Moranta also right up there leading the team in rebounds as well. Here's Caruso with a step-back 3. He'll let it fly, and that one's good.
Luke is really starting to come into his own, Reese.
Big night last night against this same Thomas team as well. Here is Limcalco with it, being guarded by Moranta, up by the volleyball line. Good intense pressure. This is Dupre in the corner now. Limcalco gets it back. Now over to Phelan. Dupre with it on the block. And Limcalco loses it out of bounds. They'll say Husson basketball.
Sorry Dupre from Caribou High School, averaging 11 and 6 and 2 this year. 46% from the field, pretty solid.
as the referees are taking quite a long time to...
This actually happened at the beginning of the girls' game, too.
Yes, a timing issue as they are taking time off of the game clock.
I got to give the two coaches credit. Full-out suits today. Coach Caruso with the Jordan 1s on. Love it.
I've also got the Jordan 1s on.
Good call today.
Of
got
course,
the Jordan 11s on.
Of course, you and I also decked out in all the pink and purple. Decked out in all the pink and purple attire we have for this Alzheimer's and breast cancer awareness game. As you see, Husson also wearing pink socks to show out for it. Great look.
I used to love wearing those pink socks. If you had those on, you were pretty cool back in the AU days.
Schweitz is able to save that ball from going out of bounds. Humbles isn't able to knock down the three. Lewis comes away with an offensive board. Humbles will try another three, same spot. No good. Schweitz with a strong offensive rebound.
Great hustle.
Again, able to save it from going out of bounds. Like you said, great hustle from Schweitz. Caruso now with it on the right side. Schweitz with a great fake. Isn't able to lay it in, though.
That was good head fake there. Got the whole defense looking the other way.
Yeah, definitely freed him up. Just couldn't lay it in. A little bit underneath the basket there. As here is Phelan with it. He'll dump it down low to Dupre. Can't finish. As Limcalco almost steals it from Maranta there. Here he comes. Caruso with it left side. Maranta now. He'll fire a three. Can't knock it down. Offensive board goes right to Luke Caruso.
Scott Lewis with a great game last night. 20 points. Really stepped up on the defensive end, too.
Yeah, had a couple of big blocks. Great defensive possessions. He comes in averaging over 2 blocks per game as Maranta makes a great spin. That gets rejected by Corey Wrench. Great defensive recovery there. Phelan has it now, being guarded by Humbles. Dupre kicks it out to Winch. Back to Dupre, being guarded by Schweitzer.
Phelan from Ireland. St. Mary's CBS.
Maranta with a great bounce pass to Humbles, who bobbles the catch but is able to still lay it in despite the contact. He will go to the line for an and one opportunity.
Tough pass to handle. Corey, great hands to keep it up above his head and lay it in.
Corey Humbles comes into this one 87% from the line so far. Only shot 8 free throws on the year, though, as he's 8 of 7. Make that 8 of 9 now. Or, excuse me, 7 of 8. He is now 8 of 9. A lot of numbers to look at up here.
Nah, you're all good.
Dupre with a kick out to Winch. Had not with it. Cannot finish. Dupre does finish.
Good offensive rebound there by Sawyer Dupre on the weak side.
8-4 early on our score here. Schweitzer gets an open look for a three. Leaves it short. Fight for the rebound, and they're going to say it was tipped out by Husson, and Thomas will take control of possession. Calco with it now, being guarded by Maranta. Over to Phelan. Calco gets a screen. Had not with it.
Great hands.
It was good hands. Dupre drives in. Finds Winch on the sideline. He'll drive in and put up a floater that gets to drop. Rolled around the rim, but he's able to find the bottom.
Got to give Thomas credit on that possession. Great ball movement. Everyone touched the ball at least once.
There's Caruso on the right side now. He'll find Lewis high post. Back to Caruso for a three. Rolls in and out. Lewis with the offensive board and is able to put it back in.
Lewis got caught bringing it down a little bit. Tried to get the steal, but he stayed strong. Put it back up for the 2 points.
Lewis comes in just over 13 points per game as there's an offensive foul on Sawyer Dupre as we see Schweitzer take that one right to the chest. Good defense there.
6-man Parker Justardens coming in for Thomas. Great shooter from Forest Hills High School. 2,000 points in high school.
coming off the bench, he's averaging almost 14 points per game.
His job is to come in and score.
We also have Jay Thomas, who just checked in for Husson, came in for Shawitza.
Thomas in a 2-3
Humbles
now.
finds Lewis down low, who throws it down uncontested.
Same play as yesterday off the drop pass in the 2-3 zone. That's how you run overload.
Little big-to-big action there. And Calco with it now. Finds Dupre. Jumper is no good. A little bit long that time. Moranta comes away with a rebound. Jay Thomas goes baseline, tries to find Lewis. That pass gets tipped. Here comes Phelan the other way. He'll go up with a tough shot against Moranta and bank it in.
Jay Thomas, who has been struggling a little bit, as he said, from 3, got hot last night. Really good to see before the playoffs start.
Yeah, Jay Thomas just 27% from 3 on the year. We know he's capable of much higher numbers, as we remember he hit that memorable shot last season.
Yes, sir.
Definitely a dangerous shooter when he gets hot.
Great
Humbles
guy,
with
too.
it, middle of the lane. Puts up the left-handed floater, and that is good. Yeah, Jay Thomas, not to mention, great guy off the court. How often, this translates too on the court as well, how often do you see a guy keep his composure as well as Jay Thomas does? There's a foul that gets called, and he's not gonna react to it. Look, there's a foul on him right there. Look how he's acting.
That was
completely
an example.
He was completely fine with it.
He knows that was a tough call to take. He was in the wrong position. He cost him a foul. Well, no, you're right. He great guy off the court, and even with his shooting slump, as he admitted multiple times that he was struggling a little bit, kept his head strong, did more for the team than just shooting.
Exactly.
That's what you have to do when you're in a slump.
Exactly.
Play defense, guard the other team's best player, take a charge, rebound.
And he's not worried. If you ask him, he's not worried. Nobody's worried about his shooting
No.
struggles.
He looked good last night.
That was a beautiful steal by Morantu, who read that perfectly. And a beautiful finish on the other end.
Jeremy Moranta may have been able to put that down. I think he was way higher than he expected to be.
That foul will go on Hadnot. That'll be his first. But going back to Jay Thomas, everybody is sure that jumper is going to come around. He's going to be ready to go by the time the tournament comes.
I think everyone in this gym thought Jeremy might have tried to put that down. He was high enough.
I personally thought that Jeremy was going to try to throw that down. I thought we were going to see a poster at Newman Gymnasium.
That would have got the crowd going, that is for sure. Great hustle by Derek Collin to force a offensive rebound ball for the Eagles.
Yes, Derek Collin just checked into the game. Very active player. Great defender. As Caruso comes up short on a 3 there.
Jacob Bouchard coming in the game, number 20 for Thomas. He's from Portland High School. He played, I think, 1 year with Teron Moss. Another solid Portland grad, but Bouchard, very good shooter from outside.
Here's just Jordan with it now. He'll put up a deep 3. And that one rattles in.
That is what he does.
I was about 3 feet behind the line there. Moranta kicks to Thomas. Thomas will put up a 3. Rolls out. Lewis is able to control that rebound. And they're going to call a foul on the floor.
That is the right foul to take after an offensive rebound. That is a free 2 points if they don't get the foul on the floor.
Especially with a man on the floor.
Eric Ehlers, who has been playing very well of late, has checked into the game.
Thomas with it. Now finds Lewis at the top of the key. He's got 10 seconds to work with on the shot clock. He'll find Eric Ehlers in the corner for 3.
He has been hooping, Reese. As of late, the last 4 or 5 games, has really got hot from behind the arc.
The freshman from Florida coming in averaging just about 6 points per game. Getting a lot of good minutes, though. Been playing great defense as there's a good contest there. And there will be a foul on Lincalco, I believe, underneath the hoop. And Thomas is going to take a full timeout. We will take one, too. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Husson Eagles Sports Network.
5 years ago, we started this journey of recycling. And with that same ingenuity, with that same innovation, and with that same entrepreneurship, we're approaching our next 45 years. We have an obligation to figure out how we can consume less, how we can recycle more, how we can create more sustainable products, and how we help our customers enable that.
We owe it to the future generations to continue to do better and recycle better.
And we are back. 11:45 remaining in the first half of this one. Husson leading 19-11 over Thomas College right now as we see Maranta with it on the left side. Finds Lewis, who will drive baseline. Kick out Thomas with a pump fake. Finds Ehlers from the other corner. Can't knock it down. As that is Bouchard who comes away with a strong rebound.
Yeah, good rebound over the taller and stronger Derek Collin.
Good box out there, showing the fundamentals. Here's Phelan with it now. Makes a good move, creates a little bit of space. Hadnot goes up with it. And Scott Lewis
with a little giggle after that block.
Rejects it. Coming in, Scott Lewis, almost 3 blocks per game at about 2.7. So a great rim protector as Jay Thomas gets the corner 3 to go. We were just talking about the shooting struggles there. Good to see him knock down a shot.
I mean, there was a stretch yesterday. He didn't even touch the rim. It was bottom of the net. 3 shots in a row from beyond the arc. That looks good.
There's Jardin with it now. Makes a move on Thomas. Tries to draw a foul and does. That foul will be on Thomas. And it is a shooting foul. There's Jardin going to the free throw line here, where he is shooting 83% so far on the season. The first one is no good. Like we mentioned, coming in off the bench, just about 14 points, 5 rebounds per game, over 33% from deep. So a very dangerous player to come in off the bench for this team. Only a sophomore as well. Goes 1 of 2 from the line there. Lewis has it top of the key. Now Ehlers. Thomas dumps it down low to Lewis, who will face up and take a jumper. No good. Rebound comes to Phelan. He pushes. There's Jardin with it. He'll take another deep 3. A little bit short on that one. Lewis controls the rebound. He will push up the court now. Here's Thomas with it. Finds Collin. Lewis with a pump fake and a beautiful move.
Lost it going up, still finished it.
Great hands great hands to keep control of that one and be able to finish it. Here's Brown with it now, just checked into the game. Makes a tough fadeaway jumper over Derek Collin. Trey Brown, 5 points per game coming in, making a beautiful move there. Lewis with a deep 3.
Went to Herman High School and then Hyde School last year for a prep year. Solid player.
Hyde's a very good team. There is Brown yet again. Here comes Maranta the other way. He'll drive in and put up a tough shot. That rolls out. And now with the board. Phelan now. Kicks it over to Bouchard, being guarded by Thomas. Out all the way to the volleyball line. Calls for an isolation here. Now we've got some movement. Hadnot can't handle the pass. Goes up on Lewis and is able to lay it in. Way to use the rim for protection there. And Coach Caruso is going to call a timeout. We will take one too. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And fresh out of the timeout, 24-18. Our score in this one. Husson leads, 8.5 minutes remaining in the first half. There's Thomas who drives and will kick to Ehlers. Ehlers will take it to the rim now and get rejected by Brown.
Brown, good first few minutes in the game. 4 points on the block already.
Feeling with it. Thought about a jumper. Now Bouchard will take it. And he'll knock it down.
That is what he does. Sharpshooter.
Jacob Bouchard, 47% from range this season. Very lethal shooter. As Ehlers will catch and shoot a three. Comes up short.
I think the Eagles got a good call because Derek Collin was about to get the rebound and the box out was very late. And if somebody's in the air and they come box out, it's usually going to be a foul.
Husson scoreless currently in the last 2 minutes of this one. Maranta will take a step back corner three and knock it down.
That is a very tough shot for Jeremy Maranta.
Almost hit the ceiling here at Newman Gymnasium. Feeling with it now. He'll take a jumper. No good. Strong rebound there from Jay Thomas. Ehlers in the corner. Ehlers sizing up Bouchard. Take it right at him in the lane. Cannot finish. Collin can't come away with a rebound. Phelan dishes to Brown. Can't hit the mid-range jumper. Aranta now pushing. Gives it to Thomas. Humbles. Aranta. Now it's Collin with it. Great ball movement here from the Eagles as everybody's touching it now. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Collin makes a move. Kick out. Ehlers three. Oh, rolls out. Dupre comes down with a rebound.
All the way around the rim on that one.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Got the look. Was right there. Everything was there. Just couldn't roll in.
The defense chance starting on the Husson sideline.
Pretty good crowd as Jordan goes in. Makes a beautiful move and plays in a tough lay-in. Good crowd here. As we're looking out over now, it's definitely filling up for this conference matchup.
Waterville only about 45-minute way car ride, maybe almost an hour for a bus ride, but.
Yeah, and their fans traveled well as Ehlers not able to finish the layup. Brown comes the other way. Tough floater. He
That looked very smooth.
That was very, very smooth. And you can hear the Thomas fans, as I mentioned, they travel well. They are definitely here. Pretty packed gym on both sides. As Collin makes a move there. He thought he was being held by Desjardins.
He might have got held a little bit, but they're not going to give the bigger guy a call there.
Here is Desjardins, offensive end. Finds Dupre, looking for a foul call, doesn't get it. Brown with it now. That floater is no good. And they're going to say Husson basketball.
Scott Lewis and Luke Crusoe coming back into the game. Scott definitely on the rebounding side.
Also, number 3, Corey Winch, for Thomas, checking back into the game as well. Caruso with it, being guarded by Phelan. Lewis, now Thomas. Caruso left side with it. Feeds Lewis down low. Trying to make a move on Dupre. And they're going to call him for a travel on that one.
Good defense there by Sora Dupre to stay inside, force the baseline for a tough finish for Scott Lewis, and ended up getting the travel call.
Here's Phelan, now over to Winch. Winch being guarded by Collin. Kicks it, Desjardins. Dupre catches a pass down low, and they're going to say that Jay Thomas was holding on to him. That'll be his 3rd foul already in the first half of this one as we see Eric Ehlers getting ready to check back in. Thomas in foul trouble early on in this one. As Dupre gets whacked. Going up for that one. He will go to the free throw line for a pair. Thomas currently on a 13-3 run in the last 5 minutes and 20 seconds of this one. First free throw from Dupre is no good. He's shooting at 68% from the line on the year. 6 rebounds, about 11 points per game. So the second one is up, and that one drops. Phelan went for the steal there. Gets called for a reach-in foul on Caruso, though. That'll be his first foul. And being the 7th Thomas team foul, Luke Caruso will now go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Caruso shooting 57% from the line.
The first one is no good. Phelan with it now, being guarded by Caruso. Good D from Caruso there. Made him lose his dribble a few times. But a great backdoor cut from Winch and a great feed from Dupre. (28-27), Thomas has now taken the lead in this one. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Ehlers kicks out to Lewis. No good on the jumper. And we are starting to see a physical game out here, Will.
I agree, and I think that's what Thomas had to do. Husson definitely the taller, bigger team, and you got to play physical.
And we are seeing both fan sections, getting real chippy at the refs because of how physical it is getting. Phelan with it up top, being guarded by Humbles.
28-27 now, Thomas, with 3.5 left in the first period.
Dupre kick out, Winch for 3. Back rim, Dupre with another rebound. Knocks down the mid-range jumper. Dupre is now up to 5 points.
Thomas faithful, very into this one. I love it. Have to be in an opposing team's gym.
Especially in a conference game. Here's Lewis with it down low, gets double team. Kick out, Ehlers for 3. No good. Moranta's not able to save that one. Husson currently scoreless right now in the last 5 minutes. Thomas on an 18-3 run in the last 7 minutes. So the tide has definitely turned here. Phelan with it up top. Tries to feed Dupre. That one gets poked away. Here comes Moranta. Makes a move. Looks to kick to Caruso. That pass gets turned over. Winch with it now. Drives into the lane. Finds Desjardins for 3. No good, and Caruso comes down with the board. Lewis, top of the key. Looks to find someone. Now it's Caruso, right side. Lewis gets it back. Looks to make a move on Dupre.
Got to give Dupre credit in the last 3 possessions.
Caruso knocks down a 3.
Sort of Dupre doing a good job on Scott Lewis. His offensive game is very good.
Yeah, it's very strong is Dupre down there when guarding Lewis. You see Lewis go right into the chest of Dupre, and he's just taking it strong, not moving. Here comes Husson the other way now. Moranta with it. Caruso again. Lewis, high post. And they're also sending, as there's a foul on Trey Brown, they're also sending a lot of doubles at Scott Lewis when he gets it in the post. almost every time he catches it in the post, he's being double teamed.
And Scott doesn't put it down like some big men do. If you put it down in the post, you don't usually get all the calls, but Scott has been keeping it around his chin, and still, I mean, they're attacking him. He finally got one there.
He is at the line for a 1-and-1. Front end of it is no good, and Miranda's able to sneak in for the rebound. Throws it out to Caruso. He was trapped in the corner there. Lewis, top of the key, three-pointer. No good. Phelan with it. Dupre gets rejected. Here's Miranda. Lays it in. They give Husson the lead yet again.
Again, I think he was high enough to dunk it.
He was just taking the safe route, making sure he got those 2 points.
Jeremy's been everywhere so far.
32-30 with a minute remaining in this first half. Here's Phelan going baseline. Kick out. Desjardins three is good. 2 of 4 is Desjardins from deep now.
33-32 now.
Miranda will take a step back three. And that will hit the top wire. They're going to call that out of bounds. Derek Collin will check back into the game for the last 30 seconds of this first half. Phelan with it. 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So you would think we would see a final shot here from Thomas. Unless they can get an open look like that. Dupre for three, no good. Miranda steals the rebound away with 10 seconds. He's still got time, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 2 seconds. Scott Lewis for three, no good. And that is how the first half ends. 33-32. Thomas College is in front in this one. Husson jumped out to a 12-point lead early on, but a 19-3 run by Thomas was able to bring them back into this game pretty neck and neck throughout the rest of the first half. Will, what did you see that really stood out to you?
I will say Husson went cold a little bit from everywhere. I think they went a little away from their offense at the start of the game. They moved the ball very good at the beginning, and it got a little cold, and they stopped passing quickly. And overall, I think they got to get back in the fast break and move the ball. That is where they succeed, especially with Jeremy in the game. And I think for the second half, they got to get back to the fast break, like you said, and they need to play better on defense. I mean, they got to rebound, defensive rebounding. They're giving up to a smaller team too many offensive rebounds.
Yes, definitely losing in the defensive rebounds right now by 6 to, as you mentioned, a smaller team.
And I'll give Thomas credit. To offensive rebound on a bigger team is very difficult, and I'll give them a lot of credit for that.
Take a look at some quick scoring leaders before we head into the break. Leading the way for Husson, we had Jeremy Miranda with 9 points. Also 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Luke Caruso added 6 points with a couple of threes. Scott Lewis also had 6. Corey Humbles with 5. Jay Thomas and Eric Ehlers each with a 3-pointer of their own. And on the Thomas side, it is Desjardins leading the way with 9 points. Trey Brown came in and added 6. Dupre with 5. Hadnot Winch with 4. Bouchard has 3. And Phelan added 2 as well. Don't go anywhere. We have second half action coming up. You're listening to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And we are back at the second half here. Thomas College currently holding a 1-point lead, 33-32. So we see Lewis now with that taped up finger. That was the little delay that we were having to start the second half, as there's a hard foul there as Maranta goes down. Gets up all right, though. He will go, nope, excuse me, it will be Husson basketball underneath with 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Inbounds comes to Shawitsa, who cannot lay it in, gets his own putback. Banks it in off the glass. Good follow there from Shawitsa.
Great athleticism there from Milos to get his own offensive rebound.
Here is Lim Kauko with it. He'll put up a three, get some space, and he knocks it down. That was his first bucket of the game, 1 of 1 from 3. Caruso has it now over to Maranta. Caught about a 3, now drives in. He'll put up a shot, get his own rebound, and put it back in. 36-36. Here's Phelan with it now.
You won't find many harder workers than Jeremy Maranta.
Very, very true. That's a pretty hard worker on defense right there, though, is Shawitsa with a great defensive play. Maranta, Lewis now. Top of the key, sizing up Dupre. Kick out to Humbles. Drives in, goes up with the left. That is the second left-handed floater that Corey Humbles has hit today.
Great touch on with the left hand, hitting the rim soft. Giving yourself a shooter's touch roll.
And they're going to call an illegal screen on Dupre, it looks like. That will be on Dupre. That'll be his second foul as Husson now takes over.
He just slipped a little too early. Didn't stop moving in time.
Russo with it, right side. Hands off to Maranta. Drives in baseline. Tries to get a foul there. No call. Fight for the
Great
rebound.
tip by Scott Lewis.
Limcalco tried to pass that one up. Tipped away. Here's Caruso now. Gets the floater to go. Limcalco now. Maranta hassling him. Winch with it. Some in-your-face pressure from Husson on this possession.
Wow.
It's a great pass from Dupre.
Great 2 passes. Bang, bang play right there for Thomas.
What vision from Thomas. Hadnot finishes on the layup down low. That is Dupre's second assist. Hadnot 6th point. Shawitsa with it. Makes a move and is able to lay it in the middle of the paint. Dupre tries to lay it in, and Shawitsa pins it off the glass.
I am not a big supporter of coaches attacking refs, Reese, but
He might have had a point on that one.
I think he did have a point on that one. I think that hit the backboard before Milos blocked it.
There's a timeout from Thomas, but I kind of want to keep it here to talk about this, Will.
No, you can keep it here. I'm all for it.
It looked like Dupre was going up for a wide open layup there. Shawitsa came in for the recovery, and half the gym wanted a goaltending call. They thought it might have hit the backboard first. The other half of the gym
was just impressed with the athleticism.
Thought it was a good block, so that's where the frustration comes in.
I will say I think it hit the backboard first, which would be a goaltend.
That's where the frustration came in for Coach Pollard. Thomas, his first season, in Waterville. Very intense game. Both teams' fans are really getting into it here. Here's Winch with it in the left corner. Gets a screen from Dupre. Kicks it out to Phelan. Dupre, mid-range jumper. Comes up short. Can't track down his own rebound. Hadnot grabs it. He's on the floor trying to find someone.
Wow.
Calco comes away with it. Feeling now, top of the key. Winch on the right side for three. And Schweitzer comes away with the rebound. Here he is going all the way, coast to coast, with the left hand. Acrobatic play there as he jumped from the right side.
The physical Thomas Warriors in the first Terriers, sorry, not Warriors. Terriers come out in the second half, still physical, but the Eagles are going right back at them.
As there's Schweitzer with a reach-in foul, it looks like, underneath the hoop. That'll be the first foul on Schweitzer. As Winch gets it in the corner, right side. Cannot finish the lay-in. Good defense there from Lewis. Contest without fouling. Here is Lewis, right side now. Against Dupre, kicks out, humbles for three. Just off on that one. Dupre now with his 6th rebound. Good hands there from Schweitzer to poke that one away. Maranta going the other way with it.
And one!
What a tough finish from Jeremy Maranta to lay that one in through the contact.
After number 2, Rico Liamcalco pulled the chair out on Jeremy, and Jeremy made a very good play in midair to lay that in.
Almost changing his shot mid-air. Just a beautiful acrobatic play from Maranta to be able to finish that one. As he's not able to complete the three-point play, but still a beautiful finish. 46-38. Husson has jumped out to an 8-point lead here. Some good defense from Maranta at the half-court line. That was Brown who tried a deep three. Couldn't get it to go. Schweitzer being harassed by 2. And they will call a foul on, I believe, Phelan. Or no, they're just going to call it out of bounds.
Both coaches and the referees' heads the whole game.
That foul will go on Brown. It will be underneath the hoop.
Sawyer, actually, Dupre.
Oh, excuse me. That foul goes on Dupre. That will be his 3rd foul.
They can't lose him if Thomas wants a chance in this one.
Yeah, he's their main rebounder. Already 6 boards so far in this one. Been a big reason why they are out-rebounding Husson currently on the defensive boards. Maranta to inbound again underneath. Caruso catches on the left side. Lewis. Maranta, now Schweitzer with it. Tries to get it back to Maranta. Maranta, the step back 3! At the end of the shot clock buzzer, he knocks it down. This Husson student section going crazy. Will to my right is going crazy. There's a big defensive stop. Maranta comes down the other way with it now.
We're just living in Jeremy's world right now, Reese.
Maranta with 16 points in this one. 7 rebounds as well. Here's Lewis trying to make a move down low. Goes up with it. Can't draw the foul. That one's no good. Here's Bouchard coming the other way. Phelan, right side. Brown down low. Out top now.
Wow. Great move by Brown there, just couldn't finish.
Lewis with it, bringing the ball up. Finds Caruso. Getting a double screen now. He'll give it back to Lewis. Set a screen for him. Maranta with it now. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Shuitsa from the volleyball line. It's good!
Milos! Boom!
A couple back-to-back huge threes at the end of the shot clock for Husson. Forces a Thomas timeout. 52-38, the Husson advantage here. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Out of the timeout, it is 52-38. Husson now up 14 in this one.
What a run, 12-0 run in the last 4.5.
Capped off by a couple of big threes. First one by Maranta, the second one by Shuitsa. And there's a stop out of the timeout, but Humbles could not hold on. It will go out of bounds. Then will remain Thomas basketball underneath the hoop with a fresh shot clock.
And then Corey just took that out of bounds like it went in. And he said, my bad, right away.
There's Jordan with it now. Just check back into the game. Bouchard. Brown on the wing. There's Jordan, a deep three. Leaves it a little short. Jay Thomas with a strong rebound. Maranta dishes to Lewis. Tries to dump a pass out. That one gets stolen by Phelan. Dump off to Dupre. Thomas wanted a shooting foul, but they're going to say that was before the shot and call it on the floor. And it looks like the refs are going to talk about it to see if it was indeed in the act of shooting. Personally, I probably should think this should be a shooting foul.
Kind of a tough call because he lost it going up kind of before the shot, but you can definitely tell he was going to shoot it.
And
So
they're going to
kind of
say
in between.
it is underneath. Definitely hard to call those 50-50 plays. And as a referee, you're going to have one fan section not happy with whatever call you make. So
100%, you were right on that one.
Great block there from Lewis. Offensive rebound, though, comes out to Desjardins, who cannot hit the three. Rebound to
All the
Maranta.
way around the rim on that one.
Thomas loses his footing there, able to keep control of it. Caruso now has it in the corner, left side. Feeds Lewis down low. Lewis straight up, cannot finish. Bouchard, Phelan now. Dupre at the top of the key. Now makes a move on Lewis. Finds Phelan, and they're going to call him for a carry along the baseline. As Derek Collin will now check in for Corey Humbles, as well as Corey Winch subbing in for Thomas.
Eleven and a half left in this ball game. 14-point game.
Good to see Husson jump out to a strong second half start after trailing at halftime. Currently on a 15-point swing. Maranta with it now. Over to Caruso. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Lewis now has it top of the key. 5 seconds. Takes a step back three and knocks it down.
Needed that one. He's missed the last few.
He
On
needed
good
that
looks,
one.
and he got that one to go.
55-38. Desjardins with a great take. Can't get that one to go. Might have been partially tipped by Colin. Thomas finds Caruso.
Boom! Great dump off by Jay Thomas to Luke.
Luke Caruso, his third three-pointer of the game. This place erupts as Husson takes a 20-point lead, 58-38. And great smothering defense from Jeremy Maranta. Lewis finds
Here's a bit of
Thomas.
twos.
Maranta. No good. This place would have really erupted. That student section was ready to blow after that shot. Husson 4 of 6 from 3 in the second half already, Will. Letting it fly and definitely hitting so far.
Getting the crowd going. You know that when that momentum is going, you're going to get some open looks, and you're going to have to knock them down.
Husson currently on a 26-5 run to open this second half. As we see some great defense from Maranta all the way out at half court. Ehlers now on Desjardins, who drives in baseline. Can't find anything. Eventually, ball goes to Winch, who brings it out left side. Winch has it, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Looks to make a move on Thomas.
Wow.
And does. Hits a tough floater. Falling out of bounds even. Corey Winch now up to 6 points. Ehlers. Now Lewis in the middle. Puts it up, looking for a foul. Doesn't get one. Here is Brown the other way. Plays it off to Bouchard for 3.
Timeout, Husson.
And Coach Caruso wants a full timeout. We will take one too. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. It is Husson basketball with 9.5 minutes remaining in this one. Husson currently up 15 as there's a turnover. When Calco just checked back in. Looking for a foul on that one. Lays it in through the tough defense. Now a little bit of a full court trap here from Thomas. As that one gets broken easily with some great passing.
Jared Balzer just checking in the game. Got a quick bucket.
As Maranta throws in the quick oop. Had not with the ball. And they're going to call Balzer on the floor, I believe, before the shot.
This might be the first hand checking call they've called all game, Reese.
I think you're right. It's been a very clean game so far. Husson only 8 fouls. Thomas only 12 fouls. Only 20 fouls been called throughout the whole game. In about 30 minutes of play, 30-plus minutes of play. Very fast-paced game. Had not with it. He'll go against Balzer and lay it in with a tough finish. Again, we see a full court trap here from Thomas off the make. And they get back into a man-to-man set. Collin with it down on the block. And he will get called for an offensive foul.
That was a tough one for Derek Collin. Obviously, the smaller guard guarding him, and just a little bump. I think
Probably could have called that either way.
Yeah, 100%. Maybe a no call also.
Yes, definitely. We see Maranta guarding Limcalco the whole length of the court. Had not with it. Back to Limcalco. He gets a screen, now looking. Tries to feed it down low to Had not. That gets taken away. Maranta up to Jay Thomas. And they're going to say out of bounds off of Thomas College, excuse me. And it will remain Husson basketball.
Tough pass to make there. Jay Thomas way to catch it.
Great catch. Here is Thomas, top of the key for three. Rolls in and out. As we see Derek Collin.
That's back-to-back kind of unlucky calls for Derek Collin. 2 fouls.
Derek Collin and Trey Brown getting into it. Going down on the floor there. Corey Humbles now checking back into the game for Derek Collin. 13-point Husson lead, 8 minutes to go here in this one.
Now Jeremy Maranta, Jay Thomas, Corey Humbles, Jared Balzer, and Eric Ehlers on the court for the Eagles.
And looking at the numbers, Jeremy Maranta has played 30 out of 32 minutes already here in this one. And they're going to say that had not stepped out of bounds on the baseline.
Again, in a 1-2-1-1 press, it almost looks like. Kind of a weird.
Thomas. Jay Thomas with a beautiful move on the left side. Will and I held our breath for a second. We thought he got high enough. We thought he was going to throw that down as Bouchard with a very good catch-and-shoot three.
He shoots a very high percentage from three.
Yes, he does. Even with a hand in his face, just like we saw on that one. Humbles now. Balzer. Maranta has it at the volleyball line. Half the time on the shot clock remaining. 15 seconds. Now down to 10. Ehlers with it. Right side. Humbles now has to put up a shot. 3-pointers, no good. Maranta fights for the offensive board. And he will get fouled on his way up.
Jeremy, another offensive rebound.
That is Maranta's 9th rebound so far in this one.
Wow. 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Only 1 turnover on the day. He has had the ball in his hand a lot today, too.
First free throw is good. Maranta having a great game in place of the injured grad student, Justice Kendall, who usually starts every game. Maranta, as I mentioned, also 30-plus minutes already here in this one. Second free throw is no good. Ehlers right there with a
Another
putback.
offensive rebound.
Maranta with another offensive rebound. That's 10 for him. Here he is in the corner for 3. And another offensive rebound. Maranta up to 11 rebounds on this one. And Husson has a team after that possession now up to 16 offensive rebounds for the game.
That is a double-double for Jeremy Maranta. One to remember on a few shots he's made today.
Here is Ehlers at the free throw line. This is his first appearance. He is 1 for 1 now on the day.
Dupre and
I believe that's Phelan, it looks like.
Phelan. Check
back into the game for Thomas. Ehlers drops a pair of free throws there.
Husson in a 2-3 zone now. Balls are in the middle.
Bouchard dishes to Brown. Brown will pull it out and shoot a three, and that's good. Again, we see some full court pressure from Thomas. Here's Humbles. Now Moranta with it. Almost loses it in the backcourt. 6 minutes remaining. Lead down to 12. Humbles catches sideline. Finds Balzer underneath the hoop, who lays it in. Balzer looked like he was a little bit surprised to have even been that open on that one.
100%. I think he could have put that one down if he wanted to.
He caught it and kind of looked around for a second and then realized he was so open.
He got right to the right spot, and Corey hit him. I just don't think he was expecting the pass.
It's a great look from Humbles. There's some great defense from Ehlers. Dupre with a very tough jumper. And there's a full timeout from Thomas. We will take one too. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Husson Eagles Sports Network.
Selling is all about relationships and building trust. At Greenway, it's our people that have built the business. We're fortunate to have a team with years of experience. They know John Deere equipment inside and out and go the extra mile to take care of our customers.
And right now is a great time to talk to one of us about a new tractor. Get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor. Nothing runs like a Deere.
From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Welcome back, everybody. 5.5 minutes remaining, 12-point game. Thomas slowly shaping their way back into this one. Husson had the lead all the way up to 20 at one point. 67-55, our current score, as it will be Husson going the full length of the court right here. Here is Moranta. As we see again the full court trap from the Terriers. Back into a 2-3 zone, it looks like at this point. Humbles with it. Thomas right side. Balls are down low. Too easy. Swing it around the top. Get the defense moving.
Jared just likes to be in the right spot at the right time. He has been all game since he's gone in the game.
Here is Winch. Drives in, cannot get the left-handed layup to go. Ehlers comes away with it. Here's Moranta now coming up the court for Husson. Thomas, Moranta. Terriers in the man-to-man now. Here is Humbles going baseline. Kicks to Jay Thomas. A little bit strong on that one. Moranta right there for a putback.
Another offensive rebound.
I don't know if they'll give that rebound to Moranta or
Humbles, I don't know.
And it looks like they gave it to Moranta. That's 12 rebounds on the game for him. Very tough shot by Trey Brown. He has really impressed you and I so far in this one.
100%. He is very polished on the offensive side of the ball.
Here's Thomas with it. As we see a double team by Phelan and Dupre. But it looks like Phelan will get called for the reach-in foul there. As we see Desjardins now checking in for Phelan. And 7 fouls now for Thomas. Or excuse me, 7 fouls now for the Terriers. So Jay Thomas will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. The first free throw is up, and it is good. Jay Thomas right about 70% from the line so far this year. The second one is up, and that one is good as well. Nothing but net on both of those two shots. Here's Bouchard with it. Currently at 9 points. Hasn't missed a shot yet. 3 of 3 from deep. Dupre, strong move, can't finish. Rebound goes to Thomas. A foul on Boucher as Maranta will go back to the free throw line.
That is a block every time. I know he wanted the charge call, and I know that's a tough one to take, but
Definitely, I think I saw him moving at the last minute as well. It's tough when you're the smaller defender back trying to take a charge and it doesn't go your way.
for sure.
As Maranta is no good on the first free throw. That's the one area Maranta hasn't been at his best in this game. Just 1 of 5 from the line already in this one. 19 points though, 12 rebounds as you mentioned, 3 assists, 3 steals as well. So he really has been contributing every way that he can, as the second one is good.
Three and a half left. 17-point ball game.
Dupre with it down low. Finds Bouchard for a deep 3. Yeah, and that one was a little bit deep, even for Bouchard, about 4 or 5 feet behind the
line. You know,
line.
after an air ball in a conference game, you know you're going to hear it a little bit.
Yeah, but the real shooters, it doesn't bother them.
It shouldn't. He is 3 for 4 today. Hasn't really even touched rim until that time.
Right, all of his shots have been money, spot on.
I say that and he airballed that one. That's on me. I just meant he's been swishing everything.
Ehlers top of the key. Now finds Caruso over to Balzer. Maranta receives a screen from Balzer.
Thomas back in man.
Maranta with a tough finish under the bucket.
He just plays like he is 6'6" and not 5'11", 6 foot.
Winch with it left side.
You can't teach that, by the way.
Now Brown, yeah. As Jordan has it. What a good move. Better defense from Maranta. Rejecting that one out of bounds.
To hang in the air and block that was pretty impressive.
What a play from Jeremy Maranta. Here he is now coming down the other end. Caruso now has it. Balzer finds Jay Thomas. About 2 minutes remaining here. Maranta goes off the screen from Ehlers. Loses it, puts it back up, and it rolls around and drops in.
Jeremy with maybe his best game I've ever watched him play.
24 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. He has been absolutely everywhere so far in this one. As Dupre will drive in baseline, got the step on Balzer there. Was able to lay it in. Balzer at the top of the key.
Oh.
There's Maranta, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Maranta on that one.
Good play by Jacob Bouchard to take that. Maybe acted a little bit to get more of a call, but hey, Jerry put his shoulder down for 2 seconds. He used it.
Minute and a half remaining. 78-59 our score here as Dupre pulls up for a mid-range. He's hit
that little foul line.
He's hit a couple tough mid-range jumpers tonight.
I've seen him make a few over 6'7" Scott Lewis and a few over 6'9" Jared Balzer today.
17-point game, 1 minute remaining here. Jay Thomas up top. Now it's Caruso on the left side. Over to Ehlers. Maranta with 10 on the shot clock. Looking to size up Bouchard. He does so and is able to finish over the top.
I think after the last play, Jeremy wanted his get back.
Winch
Oh,
drives in.
Jared
He
Bolzer.
gets rejected by Balzer.
And dislocates his shoulder in the process.
Yeah, Balzer definitely shaken up after that one.
His right shoulder has been dislocated this year, and that is why he was out for a game.
As we see on the replay, Jared Balzer gets all the way up to get that one. And as we saw him come down after that, definitely grabbing that right shoulder of his. Something to look out for. 30 seconds left in this one, 5 seconds between the shot clock and game clock, as Maranta is just dribbling the timeout here. 19-point lead for Husson.
Great block, but unlucky. I think he hit his shoulder on the backboard almost.
I think that's what it looked like. And Maranta's going to attack here with 2 seconds on the shot clock. And he's got 28. That ties his career high.
What a game by Jeremy Maranta.
82-61. Our final here. Husson with a commanding second half, winning the second half 50-28 while shooting 56% in the half.
That does a lot, shooting that well and a half.
Jeremy Maranta, the star of this one, ties his career high, 28 points, pulls down a career high, 12 rebounds, along with 3 assists, 3 steals. Luke Caruso also adding 11 points, 3 made threes. Shuitza had 9. Scott Lewis had 9 points, 7 rebounds. Corey Humbles, Jay Thomas added 7. Jared Balzer had 6, and Eric Ehlers had 5. Over on the Thomas side, it was Dupre and Brown. Each had 11 points, 6 and 8 rebounds respectively. Desjardins had 9. Bouchard had 9. Hadnot had 8. Winch added 6. Limcalco added 5. Phelan added 2. Dominating second half from Husson in this one. Really took control just as soon as the second half began.
100%. It's hard to beat a team shooting 56% in the second half, but at the same time, the defensive intensity for Husson picked up, and that is what they needed. I think Coach Caruso knew that. They just had to play more physical and let them play their game and not let Thomas try to dictate the game.
Exactly. I think you could say that for both the men and the women's game, that both Husson teams, the defense today, the intensity was taken up to another level, and it really showed as the Husson men allow only 28 points in the second half, and the Husson women allow only 25 points for the game. So defense is going to be one of the big things that both of these teams are going to lean on going into conference play as this season
100%.
wraps up.
Thank you, Reese, for having me.
Of course. This has been Husson Basketball. Thank you for listening to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. I'm Reese Dannenberg alongside Will Kavanaugh.
Have a good night.